Question: when is the right time to throw out a pair of underwear? Should you be waiting until it's undeniably unrecoverable and ripped and stained? What if they're mostly serviceable with only a small tear or a small mark?
Oh, God.
Or just a bit fake. Man, it's a challenging episode. I don't want to be wasteful, but I also don't want to. I also don't want to be economical to the point of being disgusting. That's from Pantsless and Perry.
That's from Matthew Perry. He's a dirty boy with dirty undergarments.
When should you put your underwear onto the ice floe and send it out to death?
Shoot it with a flaming arrow as it... Oh, gosh. I think a rule of thumb is if you would be embarrassed for somebody else to see your underwear, you should throw it right away.
But
right,
don't we all have one or two pairs?
Oh, for sure.
At the bottom of the rotation that's just like, didn't have time. That's one that has an ink stain from where the pin broke in my pocket. Like, it's 3 weeks since last time I did laundry. I'm going to wear old ink stainy.
For Christmas one year, Daddy got me, which this story is troubling now that I think about it, that my daddy's keeping me in underwears. But Daddy got me a pair of Xbox branded underwear that has the Xbox logo all over it, and on the front it says game, and on the back it says on. And that pair of underwear, first of all, I should have shot with a flaming arrow while Dad had it in his hands, handed it to me for Christmas. It would have been very dangerous because my dad is allergic to flaming arrows, but I should have just blown it sort of straight out of his hands right there and then, but I did not. Instead, it has served as like my blue line on the toothbrush head to let me know that it's time to do laundry. Because if I get down to wearing my Xbox boxers, I should have done laundry 2 or 3 days ago. I've allowed myself to get
too late.
It's a punishment. I've allowed myself to get to a point where I have no clothes left because all of them have my natural stink sort of boiled into them. And now I have to have the shame and embarrassment of when I bend over to pick up, a wee nunchuck while my friends are over, and then they see game on my boxers, and they say, what is that all about? And I have to explain, these are my daddy Xbox boxers.
Can I just say that if in speaking about your underpants, the word stained enters into it, they should have been gone before you emailed us.
Here's a good yardstick. If you saw those underwear lying on the ground outside, would you throw them in the trash? If so, it's probably present.
Well, hold on, Justin.
If you saw
hold on, what's the other?
No, let him finish his terrible, terrible, terrible example.
If you saw these underwear outside and you're like, I'm going to dust these bad boys off.
Jesus.
Get a few miles out of them, then I think it's probably okay.
I will say this:
hold on, Justin,
if I see some MeUndies laying on the ground outside, I do not care the quality of them. I will resuscitate them back to life. It will not require much work because they are stain-proof, tear-proof, moisture-proof. When the apocalypse happens, I'm going to build a bunker out of MeUndies, and I will be the only living man after that.
That's how you go glamping. You're wearing MeUndies.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome to the MeUndies Family Time Fun Time Hour.
It's it's not moist in here at all. Yeah, I know. I know exactly what I was doing when I started this.
You're welcome.
When is the... God, I've got a pretty hair trigger for this stuff now. One of these days, I'll throw away my Xbox boxers. Maybe that'll be our 4,000 donor bonus, is I will just sort of...
How about if we reach 4,000 and you make a video of you shooting them with a flaming arrow?
Yeah.
Can you guarantee that?
Or a calendar with the three of us all wearing them. At the same time?
What? How do they do this?
Is this
Photoshop?
Let's just do the flaming arrow thing.
I think that once you start to develop holes, that is definitely out. Then they're definitely gone, especially around the waistband. I think that you start to get like the waistband pull away, then they've got to go.
And I find that it's like a chain reaction, right? Because a couple years ago and it really helped dating Teresa and her going, oh, you need to throw those away. Like, your balls are hanging out. Get rid of those boxers. Where once I started doing that, and I was like, oh, I should just keep doing this. I should just throw away the bat. And then I started like going through my socks and being like, okay, these socks are like ready to go, and throw them away. And it's this wonderfully adult. So then you re-gift them and you give them to your cousin and say, now you can have these gross underpants and socks.
Now, these are yours. I have to go. I have a lot of grinder business to get to.
Time is a flat circle.
Travis, I got a circle back to something. Speaking of flat circles, you did mention that your balls are hanging out of your boxers. I am curious how you get holes in the front of your boxers. Is your dick a werewolf?
No, this was in the taint of the boxers.
We're done here.
Another great episode of my brother.
That'll be $30, please.
Time to wipe off the grease paint.